Good morning, afternoon, and evening to everybody watching this video now and in the future. Today we are back with another random tier list, and we are going to continue on the Pokemon trend today. Now, I've actually done two Pokemon videos already prior to this, which could be seen as the prequels to this one. I will link those ones down in the description below, or they might be in the iCards up in the corner of the screen now. Basically, in Pokemon, a lot of times these little monsters will evolve and get bigger and turn into a new form, usually more powerful. So the last two videos we've done, we did the first form of the starter Pokemon, the Pokemon you start the games with. And the next video after that was the second form of those Pokemon. And now we're going to go with the final form. All starter Pokemon in the main games have three levels. So these are their final forms. So this is going to be a tier list of fully evolved starter Pokemon. For this tier list, we have the ranks S, A, B, C, D, and E, so a very simple one. If I'm remembering correctly here, I think that we didn't have an E in the last one. So there's a new level of bad for some of these Pokemon to get to. And we'll see if any of them show up there. So let's go ahead and start then with Samurott. So down here, Samurott, one of the Generation 5 starters, the water starter. I think this one's pretty cool. I think it is a B tier starter Pokemon, being that it has kind of like a samurai vibe going, but it's on 4 legs. I think it looks pretty cool. So Samurott, I think, is a B tier starter. Rillaboom here. Rillaboom is one of the newest starter Pokemon, the grass one. I think Rillaboom is my favorite of the new ones. Big gorilla that pounds some drums. I think that's a B tier starter. It's really cool. Torterra is an S tier starter for me. It's everything I want to see in a grass ground Pokemon. There's a freaking tree growing out of its back. When I saw the Torterra in Detective Pikachu a few years ago, I flipped out. Torterra is one of my favorite Pokemon, and it is S tier. I'm not a big fan of Braixen. I like its typing, Fire Psychic, but I just think it looks awkward in some ways. I feel like it's a cool Pokemon, but in my opinion, it didn't really work as a starter Pokemon. It's kind of that Pokemon you start out with. It just feels like it should be something you catch later. I don't know. For Alligator's a B tier starter, you have a big water crocodile. Big alligator monster thing. Nothing much to say there. Typhlosion is we'll put it a C tier starter. Typhlosion, and I mentioned this with its 2 pre-evolutions in the last 2 videos, it has an issue where if you take away the fire, it's just a naked mole rat. And so its design is not very inspiring. It is one of the most pure fire Pokemon. In fact, I believe, besides Cinderace, I think it's the only pure fire starter. So, I don't know. I think it's C tier. I think it's all right. It's average. Sceptile, I think, is A tier. Now, this actually means that Sceptile went down since the last video. And that's because I actually like its pre-evolution Grovyle better. But I still think Sceptile is pretty cool. One thing I don't like about Sceptile is I think canonically this thing is like 4 feet tall. I could be wrong about that. But I remember seeing a size chart one time, and it was just confusingly short. I like Decidueye. You got a ghost grass owl bird thing. I like that. It's cool. Oh. Empoleon is also very cool. I think they did a great job in Gen 4 with the starters. Empoleon being the steel penguin bird thing with water, obviously. It's cool. I like it. I mean, we knew Greninja was going to be high, right? Greninja is super cool. Water starter. It's almost like too cool. It's almost like a meme of like how many people like this one. But I digress. It's a pretty cool starter. Emboar's B tier, I think. I like him, but I don't like how many fire starters are firefighting types. In fact, there's 4 of them in a row. And is this my least favorite of them? No, I guess it's B tier. It's going to be a kind of top-heavy list here. Marshtomp, pretty good. B tier. I know it was super, super powerful. Remember, we're not ranking off power competitively or anything like that, but just off looks here. The flower on Meganium, not a huge fan. I actually like Bayleaf a lot better than Meganium. I don't know what it is. I just think Meganium looks a little awkward with the flower. Maybe if the flower could be different colors, that'd be really cool. Like, that'd be something really cool to see with like a regional variant of it or something. Charizard's A tier. Charizard, I know that's like Greninja, but even more so. It's a cop out that Charizard's A tier. It's so cool, but it is one of the most popular Pokemon, and I agree. Inteleon sucks. It's very skinny. It looks awkward. I like the idea of a sniper, water salamander looking thing, but it's just way too skinny. It just looks super awkward. I also am not a huge fan of Primarina. They were going with like a fairy seal type design, and I feel like it just looked like a deranged mermaid. That's going to be E tier for me. Blaziken is super, super cool. One of my favorite starters. I think it's an S tier starter. It's a big fire chicken that just kicks the crap out of you. Yeah, that's S tier for me. Cinderace. I definitely like Cinderace a lot better than Inteleon. I like the idea of Cinderace is a big step up from its pre-evolution, which I really don't like. But on some level, I feel like there should be a step above Cinderace. It's very thin, and not like Inteleon where it's thin and tall. Cinderace is just kind of small, and I know it's trying to be like a footballer. A lot of football players aren't necessarily 7 feet tall. Yeah, B tier. Venusaur is A tier. Venusaur would be S tier. It's just I feel like the third evolution has become so cool with these. I feel like Torterra is just a better Venusaur in terms of its design, and some people might not like that. I like Venusaur a lot, but I don't want to put everything in S tier. Infernape's cool. I think it's an A tier Pokemon. You got a firefighting monkey. Other than Blaziken, the coolest firefighting type. Well, maybe tied with Incineroar. Incineroar is a wrestling cat. Yeah, it's a wrestling cat, right? This thing is awesome. Next, we have Serperior. I actually like Serperior more than its pre-evolutions. Once they got rid of those ugly-looking, like, tiny feet, it made more sense. But I feel like they should just started with something like this and then turn it into like a dragon. Like, I think that would have been super cool if something like this was like the second evolution, and then the third evolution gets wings and they make it dragon type. We've never had a dragon type starter. I just feel like it was. I know with all of these Pokemon, there's kind of a lot in the background. Like, in case you didn't know, the fire starters are all based off Chinese zodiacs. So you have dragon, monkey, cat, boar, and the one of them is based off of prehistoric animals. I guess the grass one is based off prehistoric animals, I believe. Yeah, and then the water ones are based off weapons. So Inteleon is a sniper. Greninja has ninja weapons. Blastoise has the cannons, right? So there's designs in the background among each of these starter Pokemon. And so I get they were going for something with Superior here. I just don't think it's as cool as the others. Blastoise is A tier. Mega Blastoise, I would put in S tier, and I think that's going to be a tier list I do here pretty soon is Mega Pokemon. Blastoise is super, super cool. And yeah, I thought the Mega really added to it, but base Blastoise we can put in A. And then Chestnut, I think is C. I like Chestnut. I like it more than Meganium, these Pokemon down here. I know a lot of people don't, but I like this a lot more than its pre-evolution. So, all right, guys, here is the list. This has been the third evolution of Pokemon starters. So if you like this one, leave a comment down below. Like the video. I'll be sending out another video tomorrow. I think I'm going to go on a little bit of a Pokemon recording session here. I don't know if I'll end up submit or end up releasing them all day after day. I might hold off on a couple, but I think I'm going to record a couple because this is fun. So if you guys like this type of video, leave a like, and I will see you in the next video. This has been the guy that makes random tier lists, signing out.